Today's topic is email. It is also abbreviated as electronic mail. It is a method of exchanging digital messages designed for human use. Email systems are based on a store and forward model, in which email server system accepts, forward, deliver, and store messages on behalf of users who only needs to connect to the email infrastructure. Email is an exchange of computer stored messages by telecommunication. It is usually encoded in ASCII text. Non-text files such as graphic images and sound files can be sent as attachment in binary streams. Email can also be exchanged between online server provider users and in networks other than the internet, but public and private. Next, we will see why you are using email. We can send a message anytime, anywhere. We can send the same message to the several people at same time. We can also forward the information to co-workers without retyping it. We can send the message around the world as easily as to friend in the next cabin. We can save the time. Email is very fast, usually taking no more time than a few minutes to be received. We can mail electronic documents and receiver can edit and return revised version also. It is very fast as compared to the postal mail. It is the most popular internet service. The designer of the internet never imagined the popularity of this application program. The next slide shows the structure of email. The electronic mail message consists of two components, message header and a message body. Message body is the email's content, whereas message header contains control information, including an ordinary email address and one or more sender addresses. Usually, additional information is added, such as a subject header field, which we will see in next slide. Header field. The message header should include at least the following fields that are front, to, BCC, CC, subject, message ID, and attachment. Front. The email address, optionally the name of the author or the sender. 2. The email address of the message's receiver indicates primary receiver. For secondary receiver, we use CC and BCC. CC, blind carbon copy. Addresses added to the SMTP delivery list but not listed in the message data, remaining invisible to other recipients. Carbon copy. Many email clients will mark email in your inbox differently depending on whether you are in to or CC list. Date. The local time and date when the message can return automatically attached while sending. Subject. The brief summary of the topic of the message. Message ID. Also an automatically generated field used to prevent multiple deliveries. Last comes attachment. It contains the name of files that you want to send. For example, it can be an image, document, PDF file, etc. Next, we will see addresses of email. To delivery mail, a system must use an addressing system with unique address. Address consists two parts, local part and domain part. They are separated by @ sign. Local part is the address of the mailbox on the mail server, whereas domain name of the main server. Like a postal address, an email address specifies the destination of an electronic message. An internet email address looks like username @ domain name. The username is a unique name that identifies the recipient. The domain name is the address. Many people can share the same domain name. Local part. The local part defines the name of the special file called the user mailbox, where all the mail received for a user is stored for retrieved by the message access agent. Domain name. The second part of the address is the domain name part. An organization usually selects one or more hosts to receive and send email. The hosts are sometimes called email server or exchangers. The domain name assigned to each mail exchanger either comes from the DNS database or is a local name. For example, the name of an organization. Mailing list. Email allows one name to represent several different email addresses. This is called a mailing list. Every time a message is to be sent, the system checks the sender's name against the database. If there is a mailing list for the defined sender, separate messages, one for each entry in the list, must be prepared and handed to the MTA. If there is no mailing list for the sender, the name itself is the receiving address and a single message is delivered to the mail transfer entity. Next is user agent. The first component of an electronic mail is the user agent, UA. It provides services to the user to make the process of sending and receiving a message easier. User agent is a software package that composes, reads, replies to, and forwards messages. It also handles mailbox. Next is the function of UA. UA prepares the messages, creates the envelopes, and puts the messages in the envelope. Mail address is like local part at the rate domain name. Multipurpose Internet Mail Extension allows the transfer of multimedia messages. MTA transfer the mail access internet, a LAN or a WAN. SMTP uses commands and responses to the transfer messages between an MTA client and an MTA server. Post Office Portals version 3, that is POP3, and Internet Mail Access Protocol version 4, that is IMAP4, are used for pulling messages from a mail server. The first and second stage of the mail delivery use SMTP. SMTP is a push protocol. On the other hand, the third stage needs a pull protocol. The client must pull message from the server. The directions of the bulk data is from the server to the client. At this stage, Message Access Agent MAA is used. Next, we will see the architecture. There are 4 scenarios. First scenario, second scenario, third scenario, and the fourth scenario. Each scenario we will see clearly in the next slides. First scenario in email. In this, the sender and the receiver of the email are on the same system. They are directly connected to the shared system. The administrator has created one mailbox for each user where the received messages are stored. Only the owner of the mailbox has access to it. When we need to send a message to Bob, we run the user agent program to prepare the message and store it in the Bob's mailbox. Next, second scenario in email. In this, the sender and the receiver are users two different systems. The messages need to send over the internet. Here we need UAs and MTAs. The sender needs to use a UA program to send her message to the system at her own site. The sender needs a UA program to retrieve messages. Here, 2 MTA are needed, one client and one server. Third scenario, email. In this, the recipients, as in the second scenario, is directly connected to his system. Sender is connected to the system via point-to-point WAN, such as dial-up modem or a cable modem. Sender still needs a user agent to prepare the message. So a pair of MTA, that is mail transfer agent, sends a message through the LAN or WAN. Fourth scenario. In this, the sender is also connected to his mail server by WAN or LAN. After the message has arrived, sender needs to retrieve it. Here, we need another set of client or server agent, that is MAAS. Sender uses a MAA client to retrieve his message. The client sends a request to the MAA, that is Mail Access Agent server, and requests the transfer of the messages. We need two UAs, two pairs of MTAs, and a pair of MAAs. This is the most common suitable today. Thank you.